What is going on, guys? It is Steve. Welcome back to year 5 of the WKU Dynasty on College Football 25. We continue year 5 going into probably our most important game of the season so far. We are playing on the road against Alabama. We're getting an updated look at the SEC standings here, and for our first season in the SEC, we're handling things pretty well, but there is a very competitive 5-way tie going on, or not a tie, but teams with only one loss that still have a very real shot at making the SEC championship. As you can see, who would have thought, man? WKU, the number 3 ranked team in the nation. If you had told me that 4 seasons ago, I would have said you're crazy. But this game is huge. This is America's game of the week. We are coming off of our first loss of the season, where we got upset in our first SEC loss against Tennessee, a team that season is basically already over. So that kind of sucked to see. And now we have to go on the road to Alabama, another team ranked within the top 10, a very hard team to beat no matter what the circumstances, and a pivotal point in the season where senior quarterback Tucker last week probably prematurely got benched. But this is an opportunity in Tuscaloosa to redeem himself. The loser is going to be in very poor position in terms of making an SEC championship. Both teams would still probably be alive for the college football playoff, but we got a 3 versus 6 matchup here where we are finally a same level program as Alabama, and maybe we can possibly hang. Let's get this kickoff underway. Can we bounce back after losing to Tennessee? Our biggest SEC game yet is underway now with a kick to Alabama, and the biggest fucking hole up the gut you've seen. 2 broken tackles in the rain, and he is gone. How does no one bring him down? Not just 1, 2 broken tackles on the kick return, not to mention the biggest fucking blocked hole you've ever seen, in Alabama right away has all the momentum. Let's see if our Hilltoppers can respond. They're going to give a quick dish to Seth Spillman on a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 was an incomplete pass, and it's already 3rd and 6 over the middle. How did he hang on to that? Cameron Flowers low-key got led bad by Tucker Parks, but that's a first down coming into midfield territory. I'm the Nacho, cold on the road, not a great start, a 1-yard gain right outside the Alabama logo, bringing up 2nd and 9. Cameron Flowers, one of the most dynamic playmakers in this offense, follows the block from Parker Parrish, and that's going to be a first down on the jet touch pass, so heavily utilized in this game. We're going to give him another opportunity here to do the same thing, but instead he's going to be tackled for a loss, bringing up 3rd and 13. Parks, stadium pulsing, feeling the momentum from the shotgun, looking to bounce back after getting benched. A good ball to Spillman, and it's dropped. You cannot be mad at Spillman there. But out of frustration, I hate punting from this close in. We're just outside of field goal range, but we are not punting. We're playing aggressive. Parks is going to find Spillman. It's batted down, and a bad decision, aggressive from head coach Stevie Balls, could have us in trouble early as the Crimson Tide take the field offensively. Up 7-0, great field position to start. Here is Alabama's sophomore improviser QB, going to hand it off to Nick Alba to start the day. A broken tackle. That's going to be a gain of 7. WKU's defense really struggled against the run against Tennessee. That's high-key why we lost the game. So we need to bounce back here. But right now, we are not off to the best start against Nick Alba, who's got 19 yards off of 2 rushes here in the rain in Tuscaloosa. But this improviser quarterback sophomore, he can move a little bit. They're going to go with a speed option here, a flag after a short gain. This one is coming back, but his name is Khalil Cavazos. He's solid. I think he's like 82 overall. Should not be the biggest problem today. Nick Alba is the big threat, the running back here on 2nd and 15 from the shotgun. Here's Cavazos. They give back to him. We're ready for that one, even after another broken tackle. Only a gain of 2, bringing up 3rd and 13. A stop would be much appreciated here from the WKU defense. Trying to get in the backfield. Cavazos has time, gets a solid gain, getting him back in field goal range, but that is going to be well short. 4th and 8, and Alabama is going to bring out the field goal unit. The defense doing a good job to stop the bleeding there a little bit. The kick squeaks in. I thought it was going to be left for a second, but Alabama is up 10-0 in America's Game of the Week to start the first quarter. Parks, he's feeling cold. He comes back out. A diving catch for MONTY. I'm the Nacho. Way to reel it in, not dropping the ball in the cold rain. 1st and 10. Here is Parker Parrish getting a good amount of PT today. Play action. That's going to be wide open. Everyone on the field was open on that play. But Joe Poole, the senior dynamic duo to Monty Rourke, has been showing up bigger and bigger in these games. He's having a fantastic senior season. That is a big play to spark plug this offense. And Cameron Flowers on the end around is going to find a way to make 10 yards out of a somewhat broken play. Going to give another opportunity here to the senior Joe Poole, another star receiver on this team. He's got blockers, he's got space, he's got speed. What a great productive play, and Poole quickly has 50 yards of offense getting us down the field to start the second quarter. Parks from the shotgun. It's a design screen pass. Parker Parrish, juke move, breaks a tackle, gets us to 1st and goal, and let's see the play call here from head coach Stevie Balls. Can Parker Parrish punch this in? Easy up the gut? No. Met by a couple of the defensive linemen. The gain goes for nothing. 2nd and goal. Looking at his options, Parks is going to stick with the play call, getting Cameron Flowers, one of our playmakers, into open space. Good blocks there. Finds his way into the end zone, and WKU gets a much-needed touchdown to get on the board and back in this game. The score is 10-7. Back comes Cavazos and Alba leading this Alabama Crimson Tide charge. From the shotgun, they're going to stay consistent in the running game, and that is a gain of 4. Way to contain that one on the inside. 2nd and 6. Let's see what Cavazos calls here. They're going to draw us offline, but it is Nick Alba who is going to pick up the false start penalty, backing up Alabama, who's had a few penalties already in the first half. 2nd and 11, starting behind the sticks. They go back to Alba to see if he can make up the yardage. He cost them only a gain of 3, and after off to a quick start, we're starting to find out Nick Alba's routine, his game plan, and we are starting to slow him down a bit. Cavazos on 3rd and 8 is playing it conservative. It's only a 5-yard gain. Western's defense, after a somewhat scary special team start, is stepping up to the plate here on the road. Another screen for Parker Parrish. A joystick animation, gets a hard hit, but him and Tucker Parks are having a solid start to the day, up to the 40. That's a 1st down. Parks from the shotgun. A quick strike. Joe Poole can't hang on in the rain, bringing up 3rd and 10 about halfway through the second quarter. Stadium is rocking. Parks from the shotgun has time, hits Monty Rourke in stride. There is his first catch of the day. Gets a juke, bringing up 4th and 1. We went for it on 4th and 13. There's no reason why we wouldn't go for it on 4th and 1. Parks gonna try and speed option. He pitches at the last second. That was scary, but it ends up being a 1st down for MONTY. I'm the Nacho. Talk about a butthole clincher. 2nd and 10. We go back to the screen again, and now the game is making me pay for playing like a bitch. 3rd and 10, gets caught on that animation. Another big play here. Parks from the shotgun, gonna take a shot up to Monty Rourke, double covered, but he's got the separation. Monty Rourke is continuing his historic Heisman season, and he is very well in contention after the weeks he has had. His ability to just score on any given play is what makes this WKU team a threat to go back to the national championship and repeat what they did in season 3. But right now, still plenty of ball game ahead of us. We're only up 4 on Alabama. Here is Nick Alba again. No one wants to fucking tackle, and that's a nice juke move, getting them up with a nice 10+ yard gain there. 1st and 10 for Alabama. 3 minutes left. Trying to go semi-fast for Cavazos. They stick with the run, though. They're trying to milk this clock. I don't know if it's the rain or if we need to go through tackling drills, but we're not fucking tackling right now. It's like Broken Tackle City over here in Tuscaloosa. 2nd and 1. They go back to Alba. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But we do contain it there, holding them to a 3rd and inches. Single back formation. I'm tempted to blitz, but we're going to stay zone here. They go to the RB2 this time, and we're not even close there. A nice juke move brings up the 2-minute warning. Alabama in WKU territory. They do kick to us to start the second half, so if we can go in with the lead, that'd be more than ideal. But they have an opportunity here with a minute 50 to score and take the lead before halftime. Cabezos from the shotgun, way too much time, but he can't get rid of it. The sophomore playing like a scared little boy takes the sack here. 3rd and 10, biggest play of the half, and that is a nice tackle, and we're going to use our first timeout. Western gets the ball back with a minute 17. I don't know why Monty Rourke is being single covered. This is a loophole, a game hack. Why is no one running with the Heisman? He's going to break a tackle after the catch. It takes 3 Bama defenders to bring down Megatron, and we are already in striking distance. What once looked like maybe Alabama was going to take the lead before halftime. Maybe we can pile on the points even more here as I'm the Nachos going nowhere. 2nd and 10. Stadium is starting to feel the silence a little bit. Can Tucker Parks put this game in a really good WKU hold? On the angle route, I'm the Nacho, very involved in the passing game. WKU letting this clock run down as much as they can. 3rd and 1, the screen, Parker, Parrish finds the edge to the outside. RB2, a senior, is going to find his way into the end zone, and Tucker Parks in Tuscaloosa is having a redemption game with a lot of help from the kid himself, our first ever 4-star commit recruit, Monty Rourke. Very well may be this year's Heisman candidate. He has had games like this so often with his senior season, and it is why we are bouncing back so far against this Crimson Tide team, up 21-10 to start the second half. Here comes Parks. The stadium knows they need a jolt of energy. It is rocking. It takes the play clock down a little bit. Parks trying to scramble to the outside. Everyone's distracted. No one's got their eyes on the white man that can run with his 76 overall speed. Parks is going to scramble for a first down. Getting Cameron Flowers back into motion. He breaks off a tackle. Get the fuck off me. He may look like a skinny king, a speedster, but he shrugs off a tackle, and that's a big first down in the all-white swaggy aura-filled uniforms. 2nd and 9 from the shotgun. Parks hits the drag, a close window, but Joe Poole has been more and more active, and this wide receiver trio of Rourke, Flowers, and Poole has just been excellent. You cannot ask for much better if you're Tucker Parks. But on 2nd and 6, the jet touch pass that's usually reliable is going to go backwards for 2 yards with our playmaker Monty Rourke. 3rd and 8, wide open over the middle. It's a diving catch for Joe Rawlings, our wide receiver 4, and a big play there to get us into the red zone. Parks, Poole, an opportunity here on the touch pass. I've been hyping him up all game. He finds the hole. He doesn't cut it to the outside. He follows his blocks. Another touchdown for a senior-to-senior connection between Parks, Rourke, and Poole. WKU is dominating Alabama on the road right now, up 28-10. Alabama scoreless since they kicked that field goal after returning the opening kickoff. Their offense has not gotten it figured out, and Alba's not going to be able to pick up the first down on the direct snap. He goes backwards, forcing a 3rd and 2. Momentum is at stake for the Crimson Tide. Can we put this one away? No. A wide open running lane on the QB draw for Cabezos gets them up to the 49 as the clock continues to run. 3.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. They go back to Alba. They've been a run-heavy team today, which I am cool with, seeing as we're up 18 points. 3rd and 3. Cabezos has time, gets out, and just enough on the short yardage throw to the tight end. It's going to be a first down for the Crimson Tide. Double running back set for Cabezos. He's going to send out a possible route from the RB. All the time in the world. Has an open man. That's an open star receiver. That gets them into the red zone, and it feels like Alabama really needs to score here if this game is going to remain competitive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Cabezos has time, no pressure, throws an end zone shot. That's going to be intercepted by Steve Magnifico, and he probably should have just taken a knee there, but Magnifico, one of our better playmakers, that is a huge red zone turnover, and we keep Alabama to only one touchdown by usage of special teams. Monty Rourke claims a pair of ankles there. Tucker Parks has 316 yards and 4 touchdowns on the day. A huge play, and Western Kentucky, seemingly with all the momentum in the world right now. Joe Poole! Wide open. That could have been 6 more and a 5th touchdown, but a dropped pass on what was potentially the nail in the coffin here for Alabama brings up a 3rd down, a tackle, a bad throw, and this ball is going to get punted back to Alabama. That could have very well easily been the ball game, like right there. 1st and 10, Cavazos hands it off to Alba. It's about to be the 4th quarter. He's running efficiently, but you can't be doing this anymore. 2nd and 4 for Cavazos. Goes back to Alba, scared to throw the ball after that interception, and that'll be a 1st down pickup, but we are going into the 4th quarter with a commanding 28-10 lead on the road at Alabama. Hopefully one of these teams with 1 loss in the SEC can lose again this week. That would be ideal. 1st and 10, a quick hitter over the middle. It's a gain of 6. 8:36 left in the ball game. Alabama needs to go quick down 3 possessions here. 2nd and 4, scrambles backwards, trying to find a man over the middle. He finds a dime, a throw on the run, and I'm guessing that is roughing the passer on Harper Holloman. That is exactly what Alabama needed to get in crucial striking position, already up to the red zone of Western Kentucky's 21. Cavazos, off of his biggest throw of the game, he's going to get another completion here for a gain of 7. Cavazos getting momentum. He's got the offense going at this point. They need to score quickly here with time running out. 2nd and 3, Cavazos, another completion on the drag, trying to get the tight end down just outside of touchdown range. It is going to be 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Can they punch this in? A jump off sides, and it's going backwards. Another false start for Alabama. Penalties have been killing them today, and they have been really inefficient offense. They don't have an offensive touchdown today. Nick Alba trying to change that outcome, gets a solid gain there, bringing up 2nd and goal from the 2. Can Alabama punch this in? Cavazos from the shotgun, little foreshadowing. Can we get the sack? We're in the backfield with a huge rush there. Our defense has played fan-fucking-tastic today. Can we get another stop here? Force a field goal, makes it an even more comfortable 2-possession game. It's not gonna matter. Once again, kneel the fucking ball in the end zone. I'm getting aggressive, but a huge red zone turnover that is probably gonna put the cap on this one in a dominant performance from Western Kentucky's offense and defense, and to really put this one away and to give the kid Monty Rourke a true shot at Heisman. If you line up one-on-one against him, you know the fucking rules. Sayonara in Tuscaloosa, bitch. Much needed W for the Hilltoppers there. We are going to improve in this matchup to 8-1, a 4-1 SEC record. We are currently 5th in the standings, so we are going to need some teams ahead of us to drop. But Alabama was one of those teams ranked above us, and we just beat them on the road. So not only are we hopefully going to go up from the number 3 ranked team in the country, Tucker Parks has got his mojo back, our senior quarterback, player of the game. I would argue it goes to Monty Rourke, but Tucker did play a very great game of football. Prime Brock Purdy. Cavazos honestly didn't do bad. Only 6 incompletions, but those interceptions were atrocious. No turnovers for Parks, 420 yards, 10 incompletions. Nothing really going in the running game today, honestly. And that's what I'm so proud of from Tucker Parks and Monty Rourke. A monster 231-yard gain. Joe Poole with 83 yards as well. Touchdown spread out all over. The love being spread. Whenever this team plays like this, we are capable of winning a championship in Tucker Parks and Monty Rourke's last hurrah as seniors. I appreciate you guys for watching. We are back One game, one video a day. That is the goal. As we are wrapping up this series, I will catch y'all in the next one. Have a blessed day.